Welcome back. My name is Kyle and I'm with OptimumHQ, your all-in-one business software solution. Today we're going to continue building our time-off request system within OptimumHQ. If you haven't yet, please watch part 1 to get up to speed. Let's jump back in. Last time we created our Manage Employee workflow. I'm going to update the thank you page here so that it refreshes automatically after we make any changes. You can easily update your workflow at any time. Let's test it out. We can see that it works. There's something else we can quickly update while we're here. The submit button is blank by default, but it can easily be customized to say whatever you would like. Submit, save, immortalize, your choice. Head back over to the workflow side and go to Option, Manage Survey Messages. Under next button label, you can enter whatever text you'd like. I'm going to call it Save. Here you can also update your page labels, subject lines for trigger email messages, and more. Now that that's done, we're going to create a segment. Think of segments as a way to portion out your data, or use a slice of it. We're going to create a segment to list out all managers. That way only managers are able to approve time off requests. We'd like to return the data as a column, and we're going to sort them by email. Under conditions, we'll add the employee type needs to be manager. Now we'll copy our segment ID and update our manage employees workflow. Let's edit our manager email step. We'll change our display type to be target values. And in the target values field, we'll list the segment ID we just created, 3913. Be sure to clear the cache. We'll go back to our active employees page on the portal and add a manager. We'll name him Joe Manager. We'll fill out all of his information. We'll be sure to make his employee type manager. He's now added to our active employees. Now we need to add a new dataset called time off. Like we did before, we'll add the fields we need and make sure to select the corresponding data type. Let's add type, employee ID. We want to choose integer here because the employee ID will reference the data from the employee dataset. In this case, the employee ID is a number with no characters, so we want to select integer. Employee name, first day off, first day back, number of days off, reason. We'll select text for the reason, since we want the employee to be able to type as much as they'd like and not be limited by the character amount in the string field. And approved on date. We can see that our time off dataset is now listed here. Now we need to create a new workflow on top of the employee dataset. We'll call the workflow time off and select the thank you page that will refresh the page after it's complete. Like we did before, our first step is to create the dataset step to generate our form fields. However, this time we are creating a new sample step to create data for the time off dataset. So we'll choose new sample hidden instead of update sample hidden like we did previously. We'll select our target sample as time off. We don't need all of these columns right now, so we're going to deactivate them. If you need to restore any deactivated steps at any time, you can click the Show Inactive Steps button at the top of the page. Now we're going to add an assignment rule to set the employee name. We'll do this by using specific naming conventions by typing brackets, sample, dot, the name of the data field, and in brackets. Here it's sample.fullname. We'll add it to the row in the dataset called full name. We'll create another assignment rule to set the employee ID and do the same process. There are several types of rules to choose from, such as trigger rules that will send an email or notification, skip rules that will skip workflow steps, and more. We're going to change our workflow type from default to workflow. Workflows can be run once and store data, or we can restore data every time the workflow runs. To have it store from a clean start, we're going to select Type, Workflow. We'll add one last rule called Set to New. This will automatically set recently added time off requests to new, and in our next video, we'll create a page where the new requests will be stored. We'll simply assign the value of new to the status row in the dataset. That's all for now, so let's clear the cache and we'll head back over to the portal side. We need to add a new wrench action on the active employees page. Let's call it New Time Off. And we'll link this to workflow 2392, the time off workflow we just created. We'll go back to the active employees page, and we see there is now a wrench action called New Time Off. Let's click it and fill out a new time off request. We'll select our first day off and our first day back. We'll also input the number of working days we're requesting off and the reason for the request. We'll stop there, and next time we'll show you how to create a new time off request page where new requests will automatically be imported, as well as the process to approve a request. Tune in to part 3 of our time off request system to see the final product, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay updated on our new videos.